Alright, my name is Matthew. I've been asked to answer some questions for you about life in Scotland, so hopefully you can understand me alright, and I'll just work through the questions as they are. Right, first question is, what type of clothes do people in Scotland wear? Is it true that men mostly wear kilts? No. No, I'm not wearing a kilt, although we do sometimes wear kilts. Um, Special occasions, weddings, that kind of stuff, or sporting events like rugby games, whatever, that kind of thing. But generally speaking, people don't wear kilts. Not well, not all the time. Some people do, but most people not all the time. Question 2: what do you think is the biggest misconception of either Scotland itself or the Scottish? Refer to question 1. We don't all wear kilts. We don't. Let's see, what else do we do? We don't all play the bagpipes. We don't all have ginger hair. We're not tight with our money. Okay, maybe we are tight with our money, but we're not all tight with our money all the time, just most of the time. Yeah, and we have most of the things that you guys have. Third question: what's your favourite hobby that's unique to Scotland? I don't know if any of my hobbies are unique to Scotland. Most of the things you can do in Scotland you can do in other places as well. Personally, I like to do a lot of climbing, hill walking, that kind of stuff. Rock climbing is kind of my favourite. I do a lot of other kind of gorge walking, canyoning kind of stuff, that kind of thing. I'm a raft guide. But like I say, you can do all these things other places. There are some sports that are unique to Scotland, like you get all your kind of traditional Highland Games things, toss the caber, all that kind of stuff. But and shinty maybe. Shinty is kind of fun to watch. I've never played it, but it's like it's hockey for men, for manly men, and they hit each other a lot with the sticks on the head mainly. Let's see, what kind of music do you listen to? Again, all kinds. Stuff that's available in the States is available here. I think my favourite band, probably have to say Chili Peppers. I mean, obviously there's like traditional Scottish music as well, which is a lot of fun. Like especially if you're going to like that Ceilidh, that kind of thing. Then it's good for dancing, but generally wouldn't listen to it just sitting around the house. How many years in Scotland's high school do you have AP, advanced placement, college level classes in high school? High schools here have 6 years. You start high school at 12, and you can leave high school when you're 16, so when you get to your 4th year. The last 2 years in high school are optional, so 5th and 6th year you don't have to be there. You can leave after 4th year, 5th year, or stay until 6th year. Give yourself the best chance of going to university. You probably want to stay until 6th year, because the qualifications you get after 4th year won't get you into university. There's no formal graduation, anything like that. It's just a case of you do your standard grades, are called, at the end of 4th year. You should get about 7 of them usually, 7 different subjects, and then from your standard grades you'll decide if it's worth your while staying on for another year or 2 years, and which subjects you want to do. So you'll pick your strongest subjects, the things you're more interested in. So straight away you get away from the sort of general education and you go into the more sort of specialised thing, which makes it difficult because most 16-year-olds don't know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life. You get some ideas, but you don't know what's available. I didn't know what was available, and so it's a bit of a guesswork sort of thing as well. But after 4th year, you go on to do your hires in 5th and 6th year. Hires are 1 year each, so 5th year you do hires, again you can leave, 6th year you do some more. Most universities will ask for a certain number of hires to get in. For example, I don't know, 3 A passes, something like that, or 4 or 5, depending what course you want to do, what university you want to go to, then that'll depend how many hires they're asking for. Places like Oxford and Cambridge, they want like 8, 9 hires, and even at that you're not guaranteed to get in. Kind of depends who Daddy knows, if she's got lots of money, and even then there's a lot of applicants and it's kind of potluck. What's my favourite soccer team? Don't really have I take it by soccer you mean football, by the way. Just to correct you on that one, we call it football here. It's proper name. We use our feet to play football. Then I don't, like I said, I don't really have a favourite soccer team, football team. I'll watch a match if it's a good match. Other than that, I don't follow. The main 2 teams in Scotland are Celtic and Rangers. It's a big Catholic Protestant thing, bigotry I like to call it. so I don't tend to get too much involved in that. Do I play video games? Not a great deal. Just don't get the time for it. Kind of, 2 jobs, family, that kind of thing. It's you get a bit busy, so I don't play a huge amount of video games. Do you know what basketball is? No, I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is your favourite sport? Basketball is my favourite sport. I love it. Yeah, I used to play basketball in high school, but like I say, favourite sport, kind of outdoor things, outdoor pursuits. That's what I'm into. Although out of my sort of ball sports, I'd probably say basketball, volleyball, prefer them the best. What's my favourite movie? Again, depends on my mood, depends on how you're feeling on the day. If you feel like having a laugh or want to see things blowing up, that kind of stuff. I tend not to. I try to steer clear of the chick flicks, but obviously I am married, and so I'm therefore required by law to watch a certain number of chick flicks with my wife, and so. But they're actually not that bad. But I'd rather see something explode. It's a guy thing. I know favourite movies though. I mean, I liked 300. That was a great film. Obviously, star of the movie was Scottish, Gerard Butler. Modified his accent a little bit for you there. Spoke a bit slower. But no, it was good. Enjoyed that film. But I like all the sort of Disney Pixar things. They're kind of funny. Just whatever the mood takes me. Have I played Call of Duty? No, I've not played Call of Duty, although, just to reassure you, I am aware of what Call of Duty is. I have a few friends who spend far too much time playing it, but like I say, in terms of video games, don't have a huge amount of time to spend on them. What is the government like in Scotland? Is there a president or duke and kings and such? Government in Scotland at the moment, we have our own parliament in Scotland, although it's not a full parliament. We're not independent from the rest of the UK. We have, it's kind of like a dog without teeth. We have certain powers, certain things we can pass laws on, but most things go through the UK Parliament in London. At the moment, the UK Parliament in London, you might be aware, I don't know, we have a hung Parliament at the moment, which doesn't mean that we've killed them. It means that we had an election, general election, voted on Friday, and no party claimed victory by a big enough margin to claim outright victory. So at the moment, we've got all the parties kind of in talks with each other and trying to make deals, because it's going to take one of the 2 big parties, Labour or Conservative, are going to have to join up with the sort of next biggest party, which would be Liberal Democrats, and the Liberal Democrats are trying to see who they want to make a deal with. Whoever they make a deal with, the leader of that party will be Prime Minister, but they won't be able to just go ahead and do what they want. They'll have to consult, have to get the okay of the Liberal Democrats as well, which makes it a bit better for us in terms of democracy. Democracy itself, well, democracy is a myth. Doesn't exist, never has, anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter where you're from, America, Europe, doesn't matter. There's no such thing as democracy. It's an ideal, we work towards it, we try to make things democratic, but at the end of the day, you can't. You put somebody in power, they do what they want to do, to a greater or lesser extent. I doubt very much that everybody in the classroom there is ecstatic about everything that your president has decided to do. There's always disagreements, so it's not democratic. But we do our best, we work towards it, I guess. That's what it's about. So, what American holidays do I find weird? That's the next question. American holidays. Independence Day, we don't have that here, and I don't understand why you would celebrate Independence Day. Why would you be happy about getting rid of us? I mean, seriously, we're great. But generally, I mean, we don't have holidays. We don't celebrate a lot of holidays in as big a way as you guys. Halloween is not such a big deal. Christmas, New Year, obviously we have New Year, we get more time off than we do at Christmas. Basically, well, it's a cultural thing, and I'll come to that in a minute.